social media is going down the tubes. I had an Instagram, um, because they saw that I was a veterinarian, I think they posted something to the effect of, "Well, you don't deal with wellness care at all." And they obviously didn't understand what kind of a veterinarian I am. I actually Wellness care is what I gear everything towards. I try to get my patients, and I get my own animals, I do this with my own animals, on a preventative wellness program so that to fend off any chronic diseases and problems later on in life. And what does that preventative wellness program look like? It looks like the best food that I can find to put in their mouths. They live very short lives as it is. Every single meal means a lot for that animal to be able to repair its body, for its cells to reproduce, for it to age gracefully and healthily. So I spend my money on good food. Um, I do some supplements. I try to do as many food-based supplements as I can because they're more readily available and less contaminated. I want their guts to be healthy. I minimize vaccines. Yes, I do want them protected against viral diseases. I've held puppies and kittens in my hand that were dying of distemper. It's a real thing. Okay. I'm not this whole thing of viruses don't exist. Viruses exist. If you think viruses don't exist, you can call me up and I'll take you someplace to show you evidence in front of your face that viruses exist. Okay. So I want them protected against distemper and against parvo, which are two of the most deadly viral diseases in dogs and cats. And I think they should have at least one rabies vaccine. The Rabies Challenge study provides good enough evidence for me that they're protected against rabies. The other thing is you have to look at the animal's risk factors. If you live out in the woods with a big population of raccoons and your dogs are running free out in the woods and treeing coons and getting into trouble and doing fun dog things, then you might want to do a rabies titer to make sure they're protected against rabies. Okay. If the rabies titer comes back low, then give them another rabies vaccine. That's my take on that. If they're on good food, you tend to have to use far less flea and tick preventative. And when I do, I use natural versions of that. I do a lot in the environmental control with nematodes, environmental control with cedarcide and things like that, keeping the weeds cut down. I know the ticks are really bad out there this year, and we have certain things to point to in regards to that in this crazy world we live in. I mean, sometimes I feel like we're living in the middle of a comic book, quite honestly. Um, so I do everything leaning towards wellness. And part of my class I'm lecturing on is how to use Chinese medicine as a preventative wellness program. I don't want to be doing acupuncture animals on cancer patients. I want to do acupuncture animal treatments on animals that are healthy to prevent them from becoming cancer patients.